The most trending word on NBA Draft Lottery night was rigged. Oh, so the Mavericks trade Luka and get Cooper Flagg as a reward? Really? You can just hear the phone call from Adam Silver now. Yeah, Nico, we need Luka in LA, our biggest team, to help LeBron win another ring. I know it sucks, but I'll make sure you get Cooper Flagg. Now, come on, do people actually believe this? Well, it turns out there's actually a lot more to this conspiracy theory. So not only is the Cooper Flagg draft fishy, but right after Chris Paul left the Hornets in 2012 to LA, the Hornets got the #1 pick for Anthony Davis. Then in 2019, Nola loses AD to LA, and bam, they get the #1 pick for Zion Williamson. And now Luka to LA, Mavs get Cooper. Oh, by the way, just throw in the Cavs getting the #1 pick just in time to help LeBron when he went back to Cleveland. Perfect timing. So not only is it you get the top pick at just the right time, like it's scripted, but it somehow always either involves LA or LeBron. You know, I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but that's pretty sketch. Even LeBron James admitted he thinks the NBA rigged the lottery for his hometown team to draft him back in the day.
Listen, man, during the lottery drop, Cleveland got the #1 pick. I just don't think that was.
What are you
coincidence.
saying? Don't you think?
Let's keep LeBron home. You know what? Patrick Ewing to the Knicks. You know, Derrick Rose to the Bulls. But I understand the assignment, guys.
Now, I know some of you are going to believe that it's rigged no matter what I say, but this is why people think it cannot be rigged. But I just got the numbers for MyFitFoods, and you guys are loving it. That makes me really happy because I am loving it too. All I eat are MyFitFoods meals all day, every day, plus a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, and it's allowed me to achieve all my fitness goals while being affordable and extremely tasty. They're always mixing in new meals every single month, and it's so convenient. Like, one of the biggest wastes of time in my life recently has been like on Sundays trying to meal prep the entire day for the week, and it doesn't even taste that good. But MyFitFoods takes care of all of that, and if you use my promo code AMHOOPS30, you get 30% off your meals. They have stores you can walk in Houston or Portland or Denver, plus new stores coming in Dallas and Austin. So please check out MyFitFoods like a lot of you guys have been doing. Use my promo code AMHOOPS30 for 30% off. So the NBA Draft Lottery used to be you just pull an envelope with the team name on it, but the NBA realized, hey, that is way too easy to fake. So now they've got a different system. The lottery takes place before the actual TV show that we all watch. League officials go into a room with 14 team reps, reporters, and a partner from Ernst & Young for security. Balls go into a lottery machine and are mixed for 20 seconds. Then 4 balls shoot up to the top to create a number combination. Each team is assigned a different combination. So it's not like the envelope thing where you just pull a team. These are 4 random numbers, way more complex and therefore impossible to rig. Okay, maybe not impossible, but a lot less likely. But what's really crazy is that Maverick fans don't know how to feel. I mean, you'd think they'd be just pure joy, but the Luka trade ripped their hearts out, and now Nico Harrison lands a get-out-of-jail-free card? No, screw that guy. After they dealt Luka, the team got slammed with injuries. And I mean, to rig this, you had to miss the playoffs, but nobody knew that Kyrie was going to tear his Achilles. AD got hurt. Okay, maybe you see that coming. Under normal circumstances, they would make the playoffs and have no shot to land Cooper. But they lost in the play-in to Memphis, had a 1.8% chance of #1. So the 4th luckiest team in NBA history. So they essentially traded Luka Doncic for Cooper Flagg. And we're all saying, that's all they got for Luka? There's gotta be more. Well, this is the more. And oh, for all the rigged people, you know, the Hawks jumped from #10 to #1 last year. I didn't hear any rigged talk then, but speaking of luck, the Mavs jumped 10 spots to 1. The second luckiest team was San Antonio, who jumped 6 spots, which is also insane, by the way. No one's talking about it. And the Sixers jumped from 5 to 3. This was actually the craziest draft lottery in recent history. But for every lucky team, there's an unlucky. And that means the poor Wizards and Jazz fell 4 spots out of the top 3 to picks 5 and 6. Can you imagine losing all year with a crap team just to land the #5 pick? Yeah, it's called the Pistons 3 years in a row. But this is actually a huge turning point for Giannis. The Spurs are now in a perfect position to land the Greek Freak. Also, don't rule out the Mavericks trading this pick for Giannis either. I know it sounds crazy, but Nico Harrison admitted he doesn't see himself as the GM 4 years from now. Well, obviously, Giannis fits the 4-year timeline better than Cooper Flagg. I think the Spurs would be a much better move. But before that, how good can the Mavericks actually be with Cooper Flagg? Well, now they've got two options, right? They can either trade guys to start fresh with Cooper, or they could try to win now and play him with AD and Kyrie when he gets healthy. The problem is that Kai is out at least a year, so they are going to need a real point guard to make the playoffs. See, Cooper isn't like most number one picks. They're usually known for their scoring, but Cooper's got an all-around game. His offense is raw, but efficient. 4.2 assists as a forward is legit, but where he really shines is defense. We all love versatility. Flagg can protect the paint or cover dudes on the perimeter. You know how Nico just kept saying defense wins championships? Well, actually, Cooper is a much better fit than Luka for that philosophy. Kinda sucks, doesn't it? Now all Nico's gotta do is screw this up by trading the pick to LA for like Jackson Hayes and Austin Reeves. But before we get to this Giannis thing, I wanna look at Cooper's fit with the Mavs roster. Well, the Mavericks already have three bigs who can defend, AD, Lively, and Gafford. So if they're going to trade to get a legit point guard till Kyrie comes back, Lively or Gafford got to go. I mean, Cooper's so good on defense. Imagine him pressuring and fighting through this handoff while also having one of the best rim protectors in AD parked in the lane. And because Dallas has so much size around the basket, that's also going to give their backcourt and wing defenders license to pressure the ball. You can already imagine Flagg here, extending out, hounding Zach LaVine full court, but as he tries to work his way below the arc, also got Davis and Lively just sitting there waiting for him in the paint. It's going to be tough to score on Dallas. But what about on offense? Well, because Dallas has no Kyrie or Luka, Cooper's going to have a ton of responsibility. So what's his strength? Well, with the ball, Flagg easily does his best work attacking a straight line. He's got a good first step both off the catch and the dribble, so if the defense tries to extend out and meet him beyond the three, boom, he bursts and leaves him in the dust. And while Cooper may be just 18 years old, he also has the strength and stability around the basket. Loves playing off 2 feet and attacking the defense's body in the air. And he's comfortable finishing through contact with both his right and left hand. Strength also naturally carries over to his mid-range game. What I also love is Flagg's also starting to leverage that outside scoring to open up his attacking game. Watch him here go between and lift his eyes up to sell the shot, to then attack the defense's top foot by transferring it back through. Then in the paint, he can get back to playing off 2 feet and initiating contact. But playmaking's legit too. I love this dime where Flagg is attacking across the middle, and watch him use his eyes to sell the kick out to the wing, which moves the defender off his spot and sets up the lob at the rim. But yeah, my main concern here is that he's just 18 years old. Offense isn't his super strength. Be a lot of responsibility on the Mavericks. But the Spurs also got really lucky. They jumped from number 8 to number 2. The no doubt choice is Dylan Harper. Could be the new running mate for Wemby. Harper is a lead guard who can play both on and off the ball, so the Spurs are set up. They have so much talent that as long as Victor Wembanyama stays healthy, it should be them and OKC running the West for a decade. But there's a problem. Dylan Harper doesn't exactly fit with their current roster. Why? Because both De'Aaron Fox and Rookie of the Year Steph Castle already play guard. Also, none of them, including Harper, is an elite shooter off the catch. That means they've got a log jam at that position. So they can either draft somebody else, which would be dumb because you don't do that high in the draft. You don't draft for fit, you draft for talent, or make a big trade. And we all know the Spurs have eyes for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks don't own their picks the next 3 years. Harper would be an amazing guy to go to after Giannis to rebuild. And the Spurs don't have to gut their roster to get the 2-time MVP because Harper's so valuable. So the trade would be Spurs get Giannis, Bucks get Dylan Harper, Harrison Barnes for salary, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, the number 14 pick, and another pick in 2029. That is 2 lottery picks plus 1 more and good young players in Sohan and Johnson. What else could the Bucks want? I mean, if Houston's not willing to give up Amin Thompson, Harper is by far the best young talent. It's also crazy, by the way, that the Sixers got number 3, which will probably be Ace Bailey or VJ Edgecombe. Ace is an awesome scoring wing to add to like Jerry McCain, Tyrese Maxey for the future. VJ is a super high upside scoring guard with elite athleticism. Either way, their future beyond Joel Embiid is looking bright. But Giannis is going to be going somewhere. And it really does make it a lot easier for the Spurs to land him. Because, like, could you imagine if they did get number 1 for Cooper Flagg? You're not going to trade Cooper Flagg for Giannis. Cooper is just that good. But now at number 2, yeah, the Spurs really start thinking about it. But who else could land the Greek Freak? Because after what he just leaked to Shams and ESPN, that deal is days away.